What's up, everyone? It's XV88 Mars Playground.
And let's get it started now. It's XV88 Mars time, baby.
Nothing like that. You can lose your money anytime. You can walk down the street, you can lose your money. Guess what? You can go talk to a professional, you can lose your money. We talking about inflation right now, guys. And we already know it's going to be hiking up. And some people want it to hike up and some people don't want it to hike up. It doesn't matter what party you in. Some people do want it and whatever, blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to tell you something, guys. As I've been telling y'all guys, okay, it's always something to get you back a little bit, okay? And y'all don't see that, all right? Now, when it hikes up, meaning the credit cards, you know, everything's going to be hiking up, its interest, what it is to slow you down from spending, okay? Now, you got to look at it. Most of y'all guys got, what is that stimulus check and stuff, and you spending it, and now they trying to get it back. And I talked about this once before with the $600, got eyes on you and stuff, and blah, blah, blah. All right. Some people like, oh, who cares about that? But it's affecting everybody. So inflation going to go up, prices going to go up. And we noticed through the seed was going around, people was getting sick and stuff, prices going up, bacon was going up, everything, whatever you eat and love was going up in the stores before even this has started, okay? So the big man is in office right now, all right? And hopefully the big man be doing something positive, all right, to help the people out. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this. It's just not about the big man. We already know it's going to be setting up, and we know what the law is going to do. And we know this, like I said, the setup and everything, and it's going to be hitting you in your face, especially the little man, okay? Now, if you the little man, if you going out there and you like, man, XV, you always saying about the little man, because I'm trying to save y'all guys, okay? And if you don't be saved and trying to get something, your next generation going to be there, your next generation going to be there. And guess what? The next generation, you got to continue on to have something. And people always like, well, you always talking about capitalism. Capitalism is not good. Capitalism is the best thing in the world because you can do a whole lot of things, okay? Without that, why is you going to work if you don't like capitalism? You like paying your bills, you like having finding things. Capitalism is the best thing, especially if you like going ahead and trying to start your own stuff up and make some cash in your pocket, right? So if you're in stock market, you're a capitalist. And you're in crypto, you're a capitalist. You like going and swiping the clock, you're a capitalist. You like starting your business, you're a capitalism, right? Money is money. When we wake up in the morning, when the sun comes up, when the stock market hit, it moves the world, right? Now we are talking about inflation. Well, that's going to be hurting your pockets, okay? Some people say, well, I don't care about that. That's politics. I don't like talking about that. Like I said, I always respect the yin and the yang. And the whole thing about that, it made me better as well, okay? I was one of those persons that understand that, all right? Even when I was in school and different stuff, it's like, man, I don't care about that. They don't care about us, like Michael Jackson. They don't care about us. But when I start thinking and seeing everything that goes around, hey, that is the truth. But guess what? As a person, you gotta go ahead and try to make yourself better. Now, when the price goes up and then your credit card goes up, when you're swiping that credit card and you get it back, it's gonna hit you in your face, right? So when it hits you in your face, you're like, oh, it's just not that. Now, it is that because if food going up, that's going up, gas going up, what else going up? Cars going up, everything's going up, rent going up. Guess what, guys? It's going to be taking all the money from your paycheck. Have no 2 or 3 jobs, especially in the United States. But guess what? That's how it is. And if you in a routine who's doing that, you got to do something better. If you have a mom or something like that, you need to strive for that. I'm going to tell you something that's way back. I remember back in the days, you know, you had people who live in, you know, a home, you know, each one teach one. So we're going to help these, our family members get a home. We're going to help this person get a home. It's not like that no more. It's like, hey, whatever. Who cares? And that's why some of these people think they are what they are and they not what they are because they don't know what they are. They don't know the politics ways of that. All right. Now let's go ahead and talk about this. Let's talk about your pockets. So you only have 1-2 checks. Even if you have that 3 jobs, guess what? When that interest rate hits you, it's gonna smack you and it's gonna take all your funds as well because you giving up extra money. Now, if you have a bank account or something like that, once again, if you just have a regular bank account and you have money in there, guess what? You're not getting interest on that money as well. And people say, well, I still get zeros. No, I don't have any of my funds only doing business deals or anything like that. If I have to shop or something, I either transfer to put it in there. I do not make money on regular, okay? Now, let's go back in the days. Back in the days, you had your bank account, all right? You had a credit union. Guess what? Those banks want to deal with you because you are the consumer to make them better. So when you put your money in there, you get you a loan or anything or a car. Your job was your collateral. You can go in there and you know what? You bank with us. You got a little liability. Hey, guess what? You can get you a car, a home without even doing anything because you are that Mr. and Mrs. or whatever you want to call yourself. But nowadays, they don't care what the hell you are. All right. They don't want to do deals with you. You don't want to bank with us. We don't want you no more. They don't want. That's how it is when we live in a place like this. That time didn't change. Okay. So if my bank do not bank with me or make business deals or anything when I try to do or give me the opportunity to do nothing, I don't bank. Had problems with certain banks. Yes, I talked in some of the cryptos, and you know what banks that is. I don't go and do that. Now, I still bank with Wells Fargo. People like, well, they crooks too or whatever. Hey, every bank in the world is a crook. How about that? But at the same time, I'm not a financial broker, advisor, nothing like that. You can lose your money anytime you go on the street. You lose your money, you go talk to a professional, lose your money. But let's get back to the subject. I deal with them because when I go in there, they call me by my name, Mr. Bill, Mr. Dad. Hey, I respect that. And they give me the opportunity to speak my whatever I have to do a business deal. All right. Even if I have a boo-boo business deal, they'll tell me, well, you need to do it this way and we can go ahead and work. Long as I do that, I am happy. But I still don't put my money in the bank to make money. Okay. So as y'all guys know, I'm big in crypto. I'm big in the stock market. All right. Stock market is kind of boo-boo these days, right? Because of what's going on in the world. Okay. People are looking at what's going on. And that's why I tell y'all guys and I tell my kids, always have some precious metal that's saved up, you know, because you can trade. And if paper go there, guess what? Crypto's gonna always be trading too. It's weird, but it's happening because the new generations are adopted towards that. So as long as you adopted to that, you can always trade that. That other paper, right, it's gonna be boo-boo, right? You can use that paper to warm yourself up in the wintertime when you don't have to pay no bills. But let's go back to this. You're going to have problems when you trying to go buy things and you ain't going to have no money to pay yourself. And I always speak upon that, guys. When you get paid or make you some money anywhere, always pay yourself first. But guess what? You won't be able to pay yourself because interest, right? But like I said, when we eliminate the middle, you be thinking positive. All right. Even if you're in the middle, you still a person who gotta go and do something. Back in the days when we think about middle class, we look at the Brady Bunches, right? Well, the Brady Bunch, let's say that. We look at the Brady Bunch who live in California, who had what, 7, 8 kids, and they had a maid. The wife didn't do anything. The dad had a car. They was middle class. That was good times of being middle class. Middle class now? It's no middle class. And if you think you're middle class because you got a home or something, you still got a bunch to get you something livelihood to make money, right? So some people gonna say, well, hey, you got to go and work hard for it. And some people who rich who says that you was on a silver spoon already, okay? So guys, the people who I'm talking about, you got to crawl before you walk. And we got to look at every little penny and everything. I remember back in the days when my mom used to go out there and pick the penny. I'm like, what are you picking pennies? So now I understand. A penny can make $1. What do they have to do? You're going to have those pennies to pay the extra thing or pay yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Always pay yourself. And it's going to basically mess a lot of people. And a whole lot of people wanted to go up. But they're not looking at the little man, right? They're looking at other people. And that's why I was talking about. Some people say they this and that. They don't understand the plan of this, okay? Now, all people do is woofing and yang and blah, blah, blah. Guys, when you get your check, pay yourself first a little bit, okay? You might have to cut down a little bit. So if you was paying yourself $200 and you said, well, I ain't got that much. You was paying yourself $20, $10. How about that? Make sure you cut down to at least about $5 because everything is going to go up. Your credit card is going to go up. And if you're in a state that don't have no competition with the lights, like I'm in a state, don't have no competition with the lights, all right? So when I said a light, the electric company, they only have one electric company, one cable company. There's no damn competition. Now, when you have problems like that, you know, when you had the little guys come in there, it's like, hey, we can do this and we can get you electric, something it may be cheaper, right? But guess what? It's not like that. So I am prepared for that just in case they go up on that. So if they go up on that, all right, if it is going to happen with the lights and everything else, it's going to look different, okay? So make sure y'all guys start paying attention to everything with this, okay? And I know that like I said, some people want that to rise. I was looking at Kramer and stuff like that. But guys, it's gonna hurt your pocket as well. All it is trying to basically level, and also it's not leveling. What it's doing, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it's doing. It's basically gonna hurt your pockets, but it's supposed to be stopping you spending so much, right? Now remember this. All right. And some people said, well, if you don't make that much, go get you another job. Now, even with the $15 an hour, what everybody got, remember, guys, always remember this. Stuff is still going up. So if stuff's going up, you can't play catch up. So if you got that 15 right now, it's still going up. So whatever it is, every time you get a raise, prices goes up. And you still at the same position, right? So what hurting people is basically basic economics, guys. And people's like, it's not that easy. Bull ass. It's that easy. When it goes down in prices, you can afford it. You can be that Brady Bunch. You can have that 7 or 8 kids in that house living in California. The house was cheap back in the days. It probably was like no more than like 80 to 100 grand, even if it was 200 at the time. He can afford that because things is cheaper. You can buy food cheap. You can get you a maid. Everything was cheaper. You can't do that now. Just put it in your head, guys. Once again, this is XV88 Mars Playground. Y'all guys have a good one. Hey, peace.